Welcome to Citi. This training video will teach you how to use Citi's Merchant Processing Portal, which is a web-based application that your dealership will have access to once you are enrolled in one of Citi's financing programs. Most of your transactions within Citi's processing portal will fall into one of three categories: submitting an application, submitting a purchase, or looking up a customer's account. Let's start with submitting an application. Before entering information into Citi's processing system, have the customer sign the paper application and check two forms of identification, such as a driver's license and a credit or debit card. Make sure you write the applicant's photo ID type, ID number, and state of issuance in the Store Use Only section of the application, as this is required by Citi for both consumer and commercial applications. Once the paper application is complete, log into Citi's processing portal at the web address listed on the Quick Reference Guide located in your Welcome Kit under New Account Processing. You will need your username and password to log in. Your login credentials can be found on the email you received from Enterprise Portal. Before logging in, please ensure your pop-up blockers have been turned off within your browser. Once logged in, select the credit card program on the screen that the customer is applying for. Please note, if you are only enrolled in one Citi credit card program, you'll be taken directly to the home screen once you are logged in. To submit a credit application, you will begin in the Application Management tab, where you will select Apply for Credit from the drop-down menu. The system will prompt you to verify that the customer has signed the application and that you have verified two valid forms of identification, including a photo ID. The system will also ask you whether the customer is submitting a consumer or commercial application. Next, you'll enter the information into the application. Let's start with the consumer application. Enter the customer's personal, financial, and identification information in the fields provided. It's best to transfer the information from a written paper application rather than asking the customer aloud. Please note that all fields with a red asterisk are required. The commercial application will require different and additional information from the customer in order to be processed. This includes organization type, legal designation, detailed business and billing information, and an authorized user with whom commercial applicants have the option to apply with joint liability. Finally, a commercial applicant has the option to add up to 4 additional cardholders by selecting the Add Card button. A pop-up will appear. Enter additional cardholders' first name, last name, date of birth, and click Save. Please repeat this process for each additional cardholder the applicant designates, should more than one person be added to the account. In both applications, your final step before submission will be to insert an estimated sale amount. Please note that this amount is not the actual amount of the sale, but rather a credit limit request that will be sufficient to cover the customer's purchase. Please click Submit once all fields have been completed. Once the application is submitted, you will receive one of 3 responses: approved, referred, or unable to render a decision. If you receive a notification that says cannot render a decision at this time, please communicate this to the customer and tell them that Citi will contact them within 2 weeks by mail regarding their decision. If you receive a notification that says referred, additional information is required to process the application. Please contact Citi at the phone number listed and press 2 to speak with a Citi representative. If you receive a notification that says approved, you will receive a confirmation with the last 4 digits of the customer's account number and available credit line. Please note, commercial application approval screens show additional information, like the business name, and provide a different Citi Credit Service phone number. Also, if you proceed to make a sale, you'll be asked to select the authorized user processing the transaction if more than one is listed on the account. After approval, the customer is eligible to make a purchase and will also receive a credit card in the mail within 7 to 10 days. Please note that you must write the last 4 digits of the account number that you see on the approval screen in the Store Use Only section of the paper application prior to sending it into Citi. Now, let's talk about how to submit a purchase. If a customer is ready to make a purchase once they've been approved, you can click on the Proceed to Sale button on the credit application approval screen, and it will take you directly to the invoice screen. Another way to submit a purchase is from the home screen. From the home screen, click on Account Lookup tab. A verification screen will pop up to ensure the customer has provided 2 forms of ID. Here, you'll also select whether the customer has a consumer or commercial credit account. Click Submit. Please note that you'll need to go through this process even if the customer has their card with them when processing a sale. For a consumer account, enter the last 4 digits of the customer's social security number and their full primary phone number and click Search. If valid, the customer's account info will appear. You can click Proceed to Sale from this screen. For commercial accounts, you'll need to enter the full business name, phone number, zip code, as well as the authorized user's first and last name before clicking Search. If valid, the business's account information will appear. Like with the consumer process, you can also click Proceed to Sale from this screen. On the Invoice tab, enter the invoice number, then click the Add Product button. This will trigger the Add Product pop-up. You can streamline the process by entering the product model number in the Quick Search field. If valid, this will auto-populate the category name and model fields. You can also complete the category name and model name drop-downs manually. Once those fields are complete, enter the product serial number, product price, and any added amount for an extended warranty. Click Save once complete, and the product will be added to the invoice. Repeat this process if you are adding additional products to the invoice. If you're adding parts, accessories, or service, please click the Add Other button on the invoice page. This will trigger the Add Other pop-up where you can add these items. Once you have added all items to the invoice, please manually input the tax amount. The tax amount should match the tax listed on your bill of sale. Then click Continue to move to the promotion screen. On the promotion screen, select a promotion from the drop-down menu. You'll only see a promotion in the drop-down if the purchase is eligible for that offer. Please note there is a limit of only 1 offer per transaction. Please be aware that some promotions have maximum 10% non-Toro X-Mark items. A warning message will appear if the dealer goes over this threshold. Once the promotions are selected, click Continue to move to the Review Transaction screen. Here, you'll review the purchase before completing the sale. If you realize you've made a mistake, click on the Invoice tab and scroll down to the bolded item on the left side of the screen that you want to edit. Click on it to bring up a pop-up box where you will make your edits. When you have finished making your edits, click Save and Continue to move to the promotion screen. If the promotion is correct, click Continue to move to the Review Transaction screen, where you can review the purchase again before completing the sale. If the information is correct, check the box at the bottom of the screen and click Continue to move to the Disclosures screen. Please note that once you click Continue, the purchase will be complete and you will not be able to go back and make edits. The Disclosures screen informs the customer of the promotions they selected. Click on Print, and 2 copies of the disclosure will be printed. Have your customer sign one for the dealership's records and give the other copy to the customer. Click on the box stating that you have received a signed copy of the disclosures from the customer and then click Continue. After you click Continue, you will see the customer's receipt on the screen. Click on Print, and 2 copies of the receipt will be printed. Have your customer sign one for the dealership's records and give the other copy to the customer. Finally, let's talk about looking up a customer's account if you need to access the customer's available line of credit or tier assignment. This process begins the same way as processing a sale from the Account Lookup tab. Click the Account Lookup tab. A verification screen will pop up to ensure the customer has provided 2 forms of ID before moving on. Select whether the customer has a consumer or commercial credit account, then click Submit. For a consumer account, enter the last 4 digits of the customer's social security number and their full primary phone number and click Search. If valid, the customer's account info will appear. For commercial accounts, you'll need to enter the full business name, phone number, zip code, as well as the authorized user's first and last name before clicking Search. If valid, the business's account information will appear. The city application and transaction processes are quick, easy, and provide nearly instant responses. When you're offering a credit application to a customer, let them know that the application process only takes a few minutes, and that in addition to special financing for power equipment and parts and service purchases, the city program also comes with special promotions. These types of offers will help create customer loyalty and keep them coming back to your dealership.